Hello Tarot Tube, and I'm back with the next video in the Top Tarot Trumps series of VR to Musings by Masha. And today I'm doing the High Priestess, number 2. So this is our third video, and I thought I would go with a fairy theme, but then I only had 4 fairy decks, which was an interesting revelation because I thought I had a Lady Paulina Fey deck, but I couldn't find it. So that raises other questions like, did I loan it out or something? I don't know. Anyhow, so we've got 4 Fairy High Empress cards here. So let's see. Let's look at them one by one, and then I thought it would be kind of fun to just put the 4 of them next to each other and look for similarities and differences. All right, the first one we're going to look at is the Shadowscapes. So here's our back if you haven't seen it. Now, Shadowscapes is infamous for having so much stuff on the card and being hard to read. This was one of my very first tarot decks. So let's just have a look at it. See, it's got this nice owl on it. And I love how this shape, like that, what is that shell called? That shell is there, and that gets echoed throughout. And here we are. Here she is, her close-up. She's got the pomegranate. Her crown, it looks a little bit solar to me. And we've got these leaves. We've got the moon in her garment. I think garment's the best word. And we've got this shape here from the tree branch. And the wings. So it's got this nice kind of up and opening movement with the lines of the cards, and she's really floating here, right? Okay, let's put her to the side. This is the big beefy guidebook for her. All right, let's take a look at our next one. The next one we're going to look at is the Forhaxa Tarot. Beautiful. And here she is. Now, this High Priestess, let's see if I can center this pretty well. So here we've got all the phases of the moon here at her feet, and she is seated. And her wings here, they look a little bat-like to me. I don't know, I may be not reading that correctly. And we've got some gold brought in. It makes her garment look regal, luxurious. And we have these 2 columnar, I think I got the right word, yeah, those trees serving as they're sort of framing her. And we've got a very, a real earthy base here, and she's pouring something out of this goblet. It's hard to tell what it is exactly. Let's see if we can pick up any other detail. This kind of design reminds me of a Klimt painting. In fact, the gold and everything does. So there's this High Priestess. And she's grounded, right? Okay, let's put her down. See what else we've got. All right, this one is a Los Scarabeo deck. It looks like this. Dream, Joy, Magic, the Fey Tarot. I've carried this around a lot. It looks a little bit beat up, but the cards are holding up well. I like those Scarabeo cardstock. I think it's really easy to handle. So we've got it in the 4 language as always. Now here we've got the, I never know how to say it, Lamaske, some little, I gotta figure that out. And this High Priestess is a little bit more sort of intellectual, right? Like she's reading this book, and she also is seated. She's got 2 dragon figures here. One is kind of looking down, one is kind of coming up, and she has her wings. Hers are diaphanous, you can see right through them, and she's got this beautiful necklace on. Looks a little like lapis lazuli to me, but that's just a guess, really a guess. Oh, and look, here we've got it on the book as well. Yep. Okay, so there's our 4th or 3rd, and here's our 4th. And this one is from the Faerie Tarot. The box looks like this. And this is a US Games deck. And she's just kind of not grounded. She's Like, look, this one we know, this one is sitting. This one is sitting. She's kind of floating above this tree. But this one, it's just a close-up framed. You know, we really have this blue that seems to be dark. It feels kind of cold to me. These, I'm not sure what the artist's intention was, but they do remind me of snowflakes. But then again, it's snowing outside. So, you know, maybe I'm not thinking clearly. And here are her wings. She appears to be holding a scroll. At first I thought it was a candle because of the way this little sparkly deal was it, but I'm pretty sure it's a scroll. And she's got the moon in her crown. I don't know. Is that, yeah, it's a crown. It's a crown. We're going with crown. So and her dress is very, very full. We don't even see her figure really. You don't get much of a sense of she's interesting. She's almost disembodied with the way she is. So, all right, let's take a look at these. Let me see if I can go out just a little bit. Nope, wrong way. There we go. Okay, so let's look at these together and see how they kind of compare and contrast. So this is the only one that has that, you know, that little infinity symbol on it. These are quite light. This one is definitely dark. This one, it seems like night to me because of the darker blue, but not necessarily. These, 1, 2, 3, are called the High Priestess, but this one is called the Seer, although she doesn't seem to be consulting any divinatory tool right now. She seems to be studying, so that's interesting. See how they're gazing. She's looking down. She could be looking out at us. She seems to be gazing down a little bit. Let's see what this one is doing. Oh, she's not looking at us at all. She's looking at her pomegranate. And let's talk about our figures a little. So these look very feminine. You can see the bodies enough. You know, she's showing off her legs a little. But this one, like I said, we got no clue here with what's happening with her body. So yeah, in terms of how you would read these, I'm thinking, well, I don't know. You look at it and see, what do you think? They do have different energies, definitely, and they all differ. They all walk away from the RWS imagery pretty far, and they've got a different assortment of symbols. You know, I don't normally think of dragons in a High Priestess. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, here's a game. If you were going to consult a High Priestess on some issue that you were having, which one of these 4 would you choose? I suppose it would depend on what kind of information I was seeking. Let's see. I'm in February. Let's say I was coming with a question about love. Who would I want to talk to? I think I'd want to talk to this one. Yeah. Okay, that's my call. If you want to play along with that game, jump into the comments below and say which one of these High Priestesses you'd like to talk to. On your way out, it would be so awesome if you could hit the little like button. Helps me and you. I appreciate it. Take care. Find something beautiful out there. Bye-bye.